I used to start a diet every Monday, and then by the weekend, I would fall off. And I would do this week after week. And it wasn't until I learned this one thing that I finally stuck to my diet for good. Here's the truth. If your why isn't strong enough, then you will always quit. The pain of staying the same has to be worse than the pain of making a change, of taking a new step. For so many of us, this is when we look in the mirror and we are unhappy with the body we see. And this is when you'll have the realization that nothing will change unless you do. So you need to find a strong reason why, because this reason is what's going to get you through those cravings and those hard days. Because the reality is, we are all human. I'm in college and I'm a pretty busy guy, but I wanted to help one of my friends start to get more fit. So what did I do? Day after day, I begged him to come to the gym and work out with us so I could show him the ropes, and hopefully he would fall in love with it like I have. What happened? Day after day, I asked him and he made a new excuse every single day. And finally, I stopped asking him, not because I didn't want to help him, but because I needed him to get so unhappy with his current situation that he actually came to me to ask for help. And this is exactly what happened. But even if you have a strong reason why, most people fail if they treat this like a diet instead of a lifestyle. What actually ends up happening is someone does something like keto for 30 days, or they just starve themselves for 30 days and they suffer. And then they rebound at the end of the 30 days. But that never works. And there's a simple switch, and that is to just look at it as a lifestyle and not as a diet. Healthy eating doesn't have to be bland chicken and rice. It can be very enjoyable while also being very flexible and sustainable, because that's what's important, is having a plan that you can actually stick to. Here's a few tips that I give to some of my clients that have absolutely transformed their fitness journeys. One of them is that if you like a certain food, you can clean up your current meals. If you love burgers, maybe you can find a healthier bun choice. Maybe you can swap the bun, but keep the beef. If you love pasta and you absolutely can't give it up, try and find a higher protein version without any seed oils or things like that in it. You don't need to reinvent the wheel just to be health conscious. You can make healthier foods of the things you already love and enjoy, which means you can just avoid the extreme and crash diets. You don't need to be eating 1,200 calories a day. This is not going to make you happier or healthier. Honestly, they just set you up for failure. So you don't need to cut everything out. You just need to simplify and change some of the things you are already doing. One of the best tips is to just base your meals on whole foods. Things like steak and red meats, bison, lamb, venison, whatever you like, eggs. Make sure you're getting in some fruit. It helps make things a little bit more sustainable. They have good micronutrients. People don't want to give up everything sweet, and fruit is a great alternative along with honey. I recommend eating enough healthy fats. This is going to support your hormones and your energy regulation on a day-to-day basis. The secret here is that the less processed junk you consume, the easier it is to stay consistent and the less you actually start to crave bad foods. You just need to get through that tough period of the first 4, 5, 6 days. Because making it simple but also repeatable is exactly what will allow you to have that long-term success in your weight loss or muscle building journey, or just your journey to be a happier and healthier version of yourself. If I knew all of these things sooner, I would have made more progress a lot faster. I would have stopped starting these crazy diets or suffering just to fail again and again. Find your why, and it needs to be stronger than any excuse that you can make. It's okay to be selfish. Do it for yourself. Maybe do it for your kids. Do it for your friends. Whatever it is, find your why and start eating real foods and cleaning up the meals that you already love. If you love pizza like I do, there are healthy versions of it out there. You just need to do a little bit of digging and maybe try cooking. Once you learn how to cook, you can save yourself a lot of money. It's really all about building good habits that you can live with and stick to on a day-to-day basis. This is how you will finally stick to your diet, so you don't have to go through the frustration of starting over again and again. If you need help creating a plan or a diet, one that you can actually stick to, that is sustainable in your life, reach out to me on Instagram or leave a comment on this video. And if you like this video, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not, because we are building the best version of you right here, right now.